Welcome to my 5th Spotify Wrapped reaction video. 23, 24, 20. Yeah, 5 years. What the? Cannot believe that I've done this 5 years in a row now. Time is moving. I don't get it. I went from my first year of high school, senior year last year, feels like yesterday. Now I am college student. I'm doing community college now. I mean, it is real. It doesn't feel like it. I wouldn't say I feel like I'm being any more responsible than I was. I'm really interested to see what my total minutes listened are going to be, because in 2021 I peaked, and ever since then it's been steadily going downhill, less and less music every year since then. Even though I've been discovering more music, it's just the quantity of overall music has been going down. I spend more time discovering unique music than I do listening to the same songs over and over and over again like I did my freshman year of high school. I wonder how long the time period they analyzed the stats for, because I know last year they went a little bit into November, when in previous years they stopped counting after October. I still wish that they kept going until the new year. I'd rather have an actual full year worth of stats. This will be the first year that I graduate high school. This is the first time that I didn't have to wait all day in school to come home and film this video. I actually just got home from classes, which only go till 10 a.m. I saw that they're finally showing you your top 5 albums of the year, which is something that I've always wanted since the beginning of doing this. Hopefully they do not do the AI buzzwords, like telling me that I was a magical nostalgic unicorn this year or something. I was not into that. My prediction is that listening minutes will go up for the first time since 2021. I guess I should try and predict my top 5 artists. Last year I kind of took a break from listening to Daft Punk a ton. Obviously they are always my top artists from 2021 to 2023, and then 2024 they weren't even on my top 5. This year they'll be number 1 again. Skrillex is probably going to be there. The new album is incredible. Probably going to be the number 1 album on my albums list. Flume has a good chance. I spent a lot of time getting into him this year. Maybe Billie Eilish, maybe Cassius, French house group. Finally got into them properly this year. Zed has a good chance. La Imperatrice has a really good chance. Still have no idea if I'm saying that right. Maybe A Cloudy Sky. I'm trying to think of some of the new albums that came out this year, like Eden or Tame Impala. Probably won't be on my top 5. I mean, you got the staples that are always usually there for me, like Justice, Eden, Porter Robinson, Madeon. I always kind of underestimate how much I listen to like my absolute favorite artists. They're always on my rotation, even though I don't feel like I actively am putting them on. I'm just saying artist names at this point and yapping. Let's go. It's time for your 25 Wrapped. Oh, can I hear things? We got some Skrillex playing, the best album of the year for me. We're ready for you, Evzen Table. Come on down. I have to manually scroll. I just wanna vibe out actually for a second. Alright, we're done vibing. The song just replayed. You listened, we counted. It's not like a Instagram story this year, I guess. It's more like you just manually scroll. I actually don't know what song this is that's playing currently. I genuinely am not sure. It might be Cassius. That could be totally wrong. I don't think it is. Is it bad that I don't know like my own songs? My playlist is getting so big at this point that like when I listen to it without looking at what the songs are, I don't know what's playing a lot of the time. Like there's 2,000, almost 100 songs in my playlist now. Looks like we got this Porter Robinson Nurture Scribbles design going down at the bottom of the screen. That's probably randomly generated AI. Okay, cool. 35,370 minutes. That's actually almost as much as I had in 2021. So we're like actually getting up to speed with how much I used to listen to, which is actually really nice. It's been going downhill and now we're back up. So yeah, that's 24 days. Tastes like yours can't be defined, but let's try anyway. You listen to 464 genres. Boom. And we're playing Rusty in the background, having to actually think about what's playing. But yeah, I love this song. Your top genres: electronica, French house, Indie pop, rock, and pop. French house almost was my number one. I wish it was. That would be cool. My favorite genre. It's pretty niche, which is why it's kind of surprising that it is so high, actually. More things would be classified as electronica. French house probably is also classified as electronica. Age is just a number, so don't take this personally. We got Morchiba playing in the background. I got into Morchiba this year. I should actually get into more of their other albums other than just this one. This song is so good. I think I kind of discovered that I really like a lot of down-tempo and trip hop, so I got more into like Massive Attack and Morchiba. Previously, I already really liked Portishead, kind of more exploration there. Alright, let's see what this number thing is. My listening age is 45. Since I was into music from the late 90s, I have decades of good taste. Alright, I don't know how to feel about that. I have old man taste, apparently. Good to know. Would it give me like 15 if I like only listened to like Taylor Swift and like Benson Boone or something? If it gave me more of my actual age, I'd probably feel worse about that. I don't know. Maybe it's cool. I listened to 5,363 songs this year, but can I guess my number one? I don't know what song is playing currently, or is this just like a random Spotify song that they put on here? I feel like that number is actually decently low. I feel like last year it was more like 7,000. I'll have to check. I feel like that's not a ton of unique songs. I have no idea what my number one song is, so I'm not gonna try and guess because I don't feel like thinking. Okay, it actually makes me guess. So we got Bladebird by Okelo, one of my absolute favorites from 2025. Redline Dash by Skrillex, one of my favorites off of Fuzz, or FU Skrillex. Oranges by Jaren, a great short song. Another great short song, DJ, Between Friends. And Dead Man Walking by Grant and Ellis. So two of these came out this year, so I'm between those. I feel like it's gotta be Redline Dash, honestly. It's such a short song, and I played it a bunch, so I'm gonna go with Redline Dash. I got it, okay. Cool. Such a banger. Redline Dash slaps in 1 minute and 17 seconds or however long it is. My top song, Redline Dash by Skrillex, 10 times, which isn't like a ton, especially because that song is only like a minute. But yeah, it's cool that that's my top song because it's my album of the year. Okay, Bladebird was my number 2, so that my intuition was correct. It's such an interesting top 5. Usually my top 5 is full of like my favorite artists, and this year it's like way more random, kind of all over the place. I guess it's like just whatever I shuffled the most, because I don't think I really outwardly went out of my way to listen to those songs besides like the top 2. DJ and Oranges were both songs I submitted for a Discord music rank down. I probably re-listened to them just to imagine it would be like for other people to listen to them, because I do that. That makes sense, I guess. All really good songs. What can I say? It's my taste. I can't help it. Bladebird is freaking amazing. I was not super impressed by the rest of the album because it was pretty ambient, but then I got to that last song and it just blew my mind. We've made a playlist of all your favorites. Add to your library. I'll check that out. I listened to 147 albums this year. That seems low. Is it only counting like albums that I listened to in its entirety? And it's playing more Skrillex, so obviously I know what my top album is going to be. I think I definitely listened to more full albums last year because I paid more attention to new music that came out last year instead of just kind of going at my own pace. So yeah, let's see what my top albums are. FU Skrillex, you think you're Andy Warhol, but you're not. You listened to it for 226 minutes, which actually doesn't seem like a ton of time. I've been revisiting it more recently in like the past couple months. My other top albums, Light Years by Jaren. The album came out at kind of the tail end of 2024, so it makes sense that I listened to it a bunch this year. That album's so good. The production is insane. Number 3, Donuts by J Dilla, an album I discovered this year. Kind of similar to FU Skrillex actually, because it's kind of like a continuous album that has short songs on it. Like none of these songs are even over like 2.5 minutes really, and it's kind of like free-flowing, like one whole big project where you kind of have to listen to it all in one go instead of picking out individual songs really. But yeah, that's such a good album. Amazing samples. I found out that album came out after he died, which is crazy because he was working on it in a hospital bed while he was sick, so that makes it so impressive, and that album's amazing. We Will Always Love You by The Avalanche Avalanches. Oh shoot, I forgot about the Avalanches. I really got into the Avalanches big time this year. Before, I only really listened to Since I Left You and didn't really get into the rest of their discography, but this year I got into all of their stuff, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're on my top 5 artists. And number 5 is Tron Legacy, which I think is only on here because I shuffled my Daft Punk playlist a lot this year. That album has the most amount of songs on it, so naturally I just listened to it a bunch. But also it's just amazing. The best movie soundtrack ever. Anyways, yeah. I listened to 2,508 artists this year. Seems like a lot. I think that's probably more than last year. La Imperatrice, I predicted that one. Eden. I always underestimate how much I listen to my favorite artists. It didn't feel like I listened to a ton of Eden this year, but like I just kind of passively listened to a bunch of Eden because I love Eden. And he also released a new album this year, so it makes sense. Daft Punk, obviously. Oh, I forgot to mention Weird Al. Definitely should have mentioned that. I saw Weird Al live this year. I went through his entire discography for the first time ever fully. Did a Weird Al deep dive, and it was so worth it. That's fun. Skrillex, yep. Who claimed the top spot? So yeah, I think Daft Punk is gonna be number 1. April, a few Skrillex. June, I listened to Weird Al 202 times in June. September, 13-day streak of listening to Daft Punk. Daft Punk is my top artist. 1,480 minutes, which yeah, is a moderate amount for me. I think in 2021 I had 4,000, 2022 I had like 2,000. We're playing Face to Face, which is my favorite Daft Punk song. Top 0.1% global fan. Cool. Top artists: Daft Punk, Skrillex number 2, Weird Al number 3, Eden number 4, and La Imperatrice number 5. That's a fun list. I like it. The La Imperatrice album that came out last year, that has actually become like one of my favorite albums, like a top 50 album, at least for me, ever. We're playing Dog Eat Dog by Weird Al in the background. Talking Heads style parody, one of his most underrated ones actually. And now a word from one of your favorites. I hope it's Weird Al. It's Weird Al.
Al here. I decided to celebrate this year by ordering fries with my sandwich.
I really liked the one he did last year, maybe a couple years ago, where he made a joke about how Spotify doesn't pay artists that much. Like, now I can eat a sandwich. So this is kind of a continuation of that. Nice. Which club do you belong to? Club Serotonin? That sounds like me. I don't know what's going on here with these logos. I am full charge crew. My club is committed to the endless party. What's gonna be on my top 100? I feel like this year is like the most unaware I've been of like what my stats are gonna be. You're in great company. 20% of global listeners are in your club. Daft Punk, Skrillex, 100 Gex, Jaren, Justice, and Zed. Alright, and that's it. Man, I wish French house was my top genre. It was so close. Oh, one more thing. Pulled some of your files just in case. Okay, I do like how it's a little bit more actually in depth this year. Most diverse day, March 9th. Biggest listening music day, July 2nd. My birthday? Yeah, that's my birthday. What about it? What does that have to do with Spotify? Most energetic day. What the heck does that mean? Okay, I lied. That didn't tell me anything about my stats. That was just random things. Listening report. The day you turned your queue into a genre-spanning relay. From late night spins of American Pie and Dance Yourself Clean to afternoon anime themes. Okay, so yeah, this is literally just because I listened to one of the music rank down playlists. Because it's like, you listen to a whole bunch of random stuff. Okay, so you can see a report of every individual thing. I guess that's what that means. The day you let French House run the clock from midnight to midnight. 438 minutes in one day. French House marathon. Okay, so what did I listen to on my birthday? La Imperatrice's full album spun in a seamless neon lit loop. LCD sound system took over. Cool. Repeat heavy. Okay, so this is just the day I listened to a million Avalanche songs. And Gesaffelstein. Most energetic day. What does this mean? Flume, Between Friends, San Holo, Skrillex, Demon, and Chemical Brothers. Okay. Alright. Okay, yeah. I guess that's it. Maybe I can go through my playlists. I think it's really cool how it actually shows you how many listens you have for each song. They've never done that before. That's a good change. And Bladebird was actually only one listen behind Redline Dash, so close. 8 for DJ, 8 for Dead Man Walking, 8 for Oranges, 8 for Butterfly. Pocket Montreal has 8. So yeah, there's actually a lot that I had 8 on. So I don't know how they distinguish like what's in my top 5 if I had a tie between that many. Zenith by Kavinsky, The Wire, Mid, Louis the Child, Wave Dash, Cut One. That's actually a complete random one. I didn't know I listened to that so many times this year. Still by K Tronada, Madion, Eden, Jaren, we got Rusty, Face to Face, Yalian, we got Suburban, John Wasabi, 100 Gex, A Cloudy Sky. I'm actually very surprised Float was not higher. That's like one of my favorite songs this year. I should have listened to that more. Escape, by Flume, You by Para One, Lovely Day, Bill Withers, Bob Sinclair, XD by Between Friends. I love that song too. One of the best songs this year. More Jaren, Underscores, Lab Imperatrice. We got Dog Eat Dog. I'm surprised I listened to that 6 times. Skrillex, More Chiba, Duck Sauce, Avalanches, Churches, Japanese song Yoru Shika, Air, Genie by Busy P. Gotta be like one of my favorite songs I discovered this year. Absolute banger. French Electro. Skater Fortet, More Eden, Mr. Bill, Benjamin Diamond, Skylar Spence, Fiona Coin, also one of the best songs I discovered this year. Young Bloodhawk, Half Alive, Hellberg, Ellen Brax, Chemical Brothers, Galleon, Funky Town, Electric Light Orchestra, Harvest Sky by Okelone Underscores, Etienne de Crécy, that's a good French house song, Hurt You by The Weeknd and Gesaffelstein, River by Obi Clever, Kids with Guns by Gorillaz, Loser by Tame Impala, Shelter, that's a staple, Error 404 by La Imperatrice, Elenium Other Side, Musician, Porter Robinson, staple, BBUK, San Hodos, Is There Really No Happiness, Puro Imwa, Virtual Riot, Zed, Paramore, Girl in Red, You Should See Me in a Crown, Billie Eilish, Wave Racer, Reaching 2 by Eden, Vince Staples, Love Can Be, Fate All My Life, Unlike Pluto, Young Bae, Sex and Candy, Something's Got a Hold on Me by Etta James, Paramore by Suburban and Aurora, All Your Love by Wave Dash, On Sight by Kanye West, Holding On by Flume, and That'll Be the Day by Buddy Holly, Killa by Lady Gaga and Gesaffelstein. How did that not make it? That song is peak. One of the best songs this year. Thanks for watching. See you next year. And bonk, 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 bonk.